How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to the Henry Stickmin Collection. This is the proper episode 1, Escaping the Prison, Breaking the Bank, now considered just a prologue. Here's episode 1. I'm still quite familiar with this one because a few months back I did like an Easter eggs, references, and secrets video on it, looking at all the random things hidden in the background. There's quite a bit of fun stuff going on here, and that's recently enough that I'm probably still going to remember a lot of what the different fails are. Although in the past episode I forgot that the shovel in the original version actually ended with Henry digging down and finding like a hidden railway train station not hitting a gas main with a lighter. So who knows? My memory is fallible. There's a real possibility I'm similarly going to forget some minor details from this.
You're free to go. Not really.
I think they've maintained the original animation
Don't
for
get
the
your
most
hopes
part.
up. We've already checked it for anything useful, haven't we, Dave? What?
Ooh, I should be hitting the bios.
Of course I checked it. I mean, if I didn't check it, I'd lose my job, and I don't lose my job.
But I still like the subtle ways that they kind of tweaked the character coloring. Fragile. That's pretty regular. How long do we think he was in there for? Like 42 days? Is 42 meant to be like a small little Hitchhiker's Guide reference? There's reference potential there, but there's possibly a 43rd mark there. We will start with the file, mostly just go in order. The spittoon in the corner, now my brain has been trained to associate with West of Loathing. It's hard to not think of that. We'll do the window first. Which is like, of course that's gonna work, right? There's no guards out there. Safe as could be. Pro tip, look before you leap. Now I'm gonna have this weird thought process of like, I have played this once before on the channel 3 years ago. How much am I gonna be like repeating my jokes and insights and witticisms from back then? There's a chance that my brain has not developed at all, and I'm the same person who thinks through things in the exact same way as I had previously. Oh, I gotta do a few QuickTime events here. But I wasn't quick enough to remember that. You've got the reflexes of a statue, and I should definitely know better. Hint, you can defend yourself by tapping the alert. I should have been on the ball with that, but I wasn't sure if I had to click anywhere specific or if it would be more broad. Oh, you do have to click actually on it. Ooh, he was gonna tase us good. Those are the same bios, the same characters. But now, we got a few extras coming through. Oh, there was the curvy pipe that I think is part of like the rocket launcher attempt. Oh, it's very dark in here. Let's try and lighten things up with a grenade. Just a quick flashbang, right? Quick check yourself.
What the?
It's been debated whether or not that's like a what the boom meme reference. I don't even know what to say about that one. Can you get bios there? It has to be the live. It has to be as things are moving. Why would there even be a grenade belt in here? Doesn't make a ton of sense, does it?
Yo, check yourself.
Those are totally the same guys as before.
What the?
Check yourselves. Oh, there's a guy on the ladder there. What's that all about? Does that connect into one of the other fails? It's something I kind of want to like keep an eye on now. And now I have to try and do that one more time because I'm going to go click
Yo,
up
check
there.
yourself.
Oh, there is someone sticking up in that ladder.
What the?
Presumably keeping an eye on the vents? So if I climb in the chair here and go up into the vent, am I going to spot this guy? Is he going to spot me? Probably going this direction would be towards that guy. Now this is more familiar. Shut up, janitor, you don't count. It's so sad to not allow him a vote. Oh, I think I snagged them all. Fatty, but I didn't click the donuts. Which, there's like a thing throughout this particular game, which I'll skip ahead to here. Game being Escaping the Prison, not the Henry Stickmin Collection. It's hard to separate that out. Chapters. We'll start calling these like chapters, I guess. Or episodes. There's like a flash thing about clicking all the donuts. So there we go. That's still a running thing. I guess I could have consulted the achievements to know that for sure. Donut want. Or do you? So that would be collecting all the donuts. Ah, secret achievements. So it's not even... I don't even have a hint of what to do. SELUBBO. I don't even know what that would be. Like, I don't think those are military terms. I'm completely lost on that. Oh, there's more characters stashed throughout this than I would have guessed, actually. So, a new Henry Stickmin bio, right? Or does he get the same one every time? Oh, he gets a new one, yeah. Arrested for the attempted burglary of the bank. He now sits in Red Mesa Penitentiary, which I don't know if we ever knew the name of the prison before. And I think it's interesting the way that they kind of themed the different cards here, like this desert card, and then this one has the prison bars and stuff. It's a fun little extra detail. Rupert Price. He's been on the force for nearly 8 years. He joined the police academy right out of high school. Dave Pampa. He's new to the force and eager to do a good job. He's just a guy who wants to be a good guard. That's his ambitions. There's like no deeper insight into his character. Harold Ronson. Oh, he would have been the one up the ladder. He's also the one like repairing those tubes. He works as the prison's janitor. Also, he has strong opinions about donuts, apparently. But he also enjoys doing their maintenance work. And see, he's a 2-star one because he's hard to get. The scenes he does pop up in are quite brief. Oh, that guy's in jail. I thought this was the bearded guard. This one, which we did get. Carlos Burt. He works a desk job at the prison. He prefers it over going into the dangerous field. Straight Shooter. He's got his hat all cocked. Gave himself a cool nickname. Legally changed his name to Straight Shooter. He spits hot fire and raps mad lyrics. Respect. I wonder if his hat's been backwards right from like the original version of this, and that's why they've suddenly turned this into a joke about wearing a backwards cap. And it reminds me of Super Hot Fire, the like meme rap video that's gets referenced all the time, like, but I'm not a rapper. Jen Brune, one of the administrators of the prison. She keeps it running in decent condition. It's alright. It's pretty easy to escape from, though, so you can't really give it, like, it's certainly not a 5-star level prison, both in terms of security and cleanliness and, like, the quality of food and things. You're not going to want a vacation here. John Farn, a rookie to the team. This is the first meeting he's ever attended. Well, now the bar is set so high, he's going to expect crazy antics to happen at every meeting. I almost feel bad for the guy. Poor Farn. John Gritz. Oh, that's a hell of a name. He should have his own detective series of novels. Just got back from breaking up a fight between 2 inmates. Didn't go so well. Is that something I'm going to encounter at another point in this? That's such a weird, isolated little thing to include in his card. No personal details, just the fact that he broke up a fight. John Saskatchewan. Is that supposed to be like a bastardized spelling of Saskatchewan, the Canadian province? He joined the police force for the action, but they've stuck him behind a desk. He creates his own action, jumping to anyone's defense. John Barley failed out of firearms training 3 times. He's technically not allowed to use his weapon outside of the shooting range. And Captain Jeffrey Custard. Oh, with that mustache and little goatee. That name just fits so well. But he's also just packing heat at all times, even when he's just at a regular meeting. 30 years ago, a janitor threw out his lunch. He's held a grudge against janitors ever since. So is he the one who was like, you don't get a vote, janitor. Keep it to yourself. Oh my god. Oh, I did not realize there were so many characters laced throughout this episode. That is a lot. Across 18 fails, that's not that many. That's a lot of characters to go hunting for. I'm pretty damn surprised. That adds so much extra stuff to do in this all of a sudden. I'm keeping a really strong... I love the eagle sound effect. No, it's a hawk. They always play it for an eagle in movies and things, but it's a red-tailed hawk for some reason in that moment. But that adds so much extra to do in these new playthroughs now, is hunting for all these bios. It's quite exhilarating. The rope. Well, we'll just attach into the sand, I guess? That doesn't seem like it would work that well. Oh, well, you can't really create, like, a pants glider or anything when you don't have any clothes on. I don't really know how that works with stick people. It's definitely the same truck. It seems awfully familiar. Which now itself is like a joke, but when I went like frame by frame doing that secrets video, It's 100% the same truck. And same drivers. Although I'm pretty sure that's where, like, the fan debate first came up of who the driver is. Which is, like, a funny, ridiculous thing that now... Oh, crap. That now they've addressed very specifically, being like, he was always the driver. I'm pretty sure that's how that first came about, is from that little moment there. Just keep those fingers crossed, man. You might want to be a little bit more of an active participant in pulling the chute there. Was it like does a donut come out of there? Wrench, Coke, a frying pan, a book? I think that was just a regular backpack. See what happens when you assume? Well, maybe that book would have been an instructional manual on how to better use a parachute. Maybe he just did it wrong. Plungering your way down. Suction works perfectly. Excellent hold. I'm keeping an eye out if there's like a prisoner peeking between any of these bars or anything. The sneaky escapist. That's like the most straightforward possible one. It's kind of funny how easy that is. Oh, SE, sneaky escapist. That's where the rank comes from. So it just has to do with the particular ending. Wow, he just runs straight off into the desert, hey? Like, well, now he's just stuck in an infinite loop out there. he's just stuck. Soundtrack links for this path. Oh, you could go listen to the music by the different artists. I'm sure some of it is still on Newgrounds. There's also... I could do next and go to the next thing. Ooh, map. I probably wanted the map. We'll just skip the intro and get back into it then. The map. There we go. Oh, that's so helpful to have the different branches. It warns you that there's like QuickTime events. It tells you where you've collected the various numerous endings. We can come back and do the jetpack here, which looks very fancy. Wow, that really was the lamest lamest thing of all time. Just not exactly how you'd expect it to be.
Oh, look, you're back.
Wow, you're really mangled. I mean, he dies a lot in these endings, but that one seems worse than a lot. It took many hours of jetpack training, but you're able to operate one. I have paused that frame in the secrets, which, by the way, I'm going to remake that secrets video to cover the remasters of the game, so I'm not going to bother freeze framing it again here, but I think it rambles about, like, wow, you probably had to take a screenshot to read all this. There's so much text here, no one could ever hope to read it in the amount of time that I've provided you for reading. that's about all that's included there. Is it strange that we got picked up in this weird desert bank vault and then taken to a prison that's also just out in the middle of the desert? What is with this very populated, active desert? Why is there so much going on there? Oh, there's another possible fail by letting this guy catch me. The way his eyes kind of hollow out, as if you're like seeing his skeleton, but because he's just a circular round head, there's like not much more to see. Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you, the other guard's coming. I just had realized that I had missed that one fail there. Now we can take her a step back. I think the rocket launcher is where that tube comes into play. Ooh, the animation of that extending was really cool. Does that technology exist? Ooh, a third dimension added to the rocket flying straight at us. Oh, God. It's like when Superman takes a bullet to the eye. Except, you know, you're not a man of steel. You're a man of goopy soft flesh who just gets obliterated. Way to aim, buddy. That little curve around the corner was pretty fancy. We'll go with the energy. I think the energy drink is a successful ending. So we'll mess around with the other things. The teleporter brought it up in the last episode. He hits the bottom, then the top left, then the center red. Someone in the comments brought that up. I said the top right. It makes sense. There's like an initiate button in the sequence. He does it every time. I mean, but he's in a different location every time, so maybe one of these it'll work. For whatever reason, that guy just really committed to his amazing mustache, a monocle, and his eyebrows with their, like, surprise, confusion look kind of are a similar shape to his mustache, which is funny. You just can't seem to get the hang of that thing, can you? I genuinely hope it comes back up in completing the mission at least once. And do you know what? Now that I was going to say, and I hope it doesn't work, I would be happy either way. If it doesn't work, it continues the legacy of the teleporter being awful. If it does work, then it's like he finally got it right. Success. Jonas Nugan. He's been quickly moving up the ranks. Just needs to pass that marksman exam. I mean, does that count? Did he pass? He hit a target, whether or not that's his target. He almost gets a little bit of a freebie there. Whereas we have one of these other guys here, Jom. He's out here working his ass off in the firing range and can't seem to hit anything. He just needs a random thing to pop up in front of him to make it a little easier. Captain Roland Canterbury. I mean, you have to make him adequately fancy. The man in charge of all officer training at Red Mesa, known to be very strict. Actually, just looking at the top here, I like the simplified ways in which they've kind of created icons to go with each of the different episodes there. Sack of money, police cap, diamond. I like it. It's straightforward, but I would say quite effective. It says out of 4, but like there's definitely more endings there, right? Or is that just I've only done 3? I've only done 3. That could be the difference maker there. Ooh, that's some smooth animation. Alright, drill your way through, buddy. You got this one. It's gonna Mr. Digger your way home there. It cannot fail. It didn't fail. It didn't go super great. The opacitator and the crowbar. We got the angry face from Newgrounds. I will do crowbar first. Lol. I can't quite see what that other stuff is there.
Whoa.
That guy's got a hell of a weapon. Why is it such an intense, over-the-top weapon? It's too much. Ooh. Oh, wait. Dodge to the left. This is a much more decorative hallway that you run through this time around. Before, it was just, like, entirely empty. Oh, that did count as a bio. I kind of sacrificed actually achieving anything there by going for the poster. It's always a good idea to watch where you're going, especially if you're running away from the cops. Well, now, do you know what? While we're busy hunting endings, I might as well... Oh, I guess I cleared the first QuickTime checkpoint. Alright, go straight into the wall. I misclicked. I wanted to go straight into the wall, but not in that specific way. I'm ready for it this time. I'll have my mouse hovering, waiting. Backflip, Super Matrix, Kung Fu style. Unstoppable. Oh, that's the guy who's on the poster. How you doing, dude? Apparently you've earned some sort of honor over there. Is this like Sharpshooter of the Month? Employee of the Month? I'd be scared of what he's capable of. Oh god. Oh god, there's so many. Oh, that's so funny. Ah! Come on, you were so close. Okay, the bio thing could be very distracting to try and collect as many of those as possible. I didn't expect the showdown to be quite so intense. I think it's really funny, the commitment with the bios, that some of the people in that circle there we have and have not seen. That was so awesome. I remember him matrix dodging everything. I didn't remember him catching a bullet. It's the badass ending. That's the BA rank. Oh, it's finger guns. The West Mesa Penitentiary. Wasn't it red? It's also that. It's both of them. Badass bust out. Okay, maybe they either changed it or that's what it's always called. I'm not entirely sure. Well, we crushed that one. Gathered all kinds of bios along the way. Mostly in that last little spin around there. Bert Slim. He's been on the force for 6 years now, and yet there are still days that surprise him. But did I just read like a haiku? I don't think so. It's just the fact that Slim and him rhymed. Had to take pause. Tom Hardley. That's a good one. Please make like a Bane reference or like... don't be afraid to dream bigger, darling. Before looking at the bio, make a Tom Hardy reference, please. He takes this job very seriously, never seems to take those sunglasses off. Well, he's a badass guy no matter what. I'll take Tom Hardley by itself as a reference. Captain Ed Roberts. the chief of police here at Red Mesa, which is apparently in the west. He runs a tight ship and expects the best of his candidates. Jimothy Pug. Oh, he's a tough one to get. Fairly new to the force, does not handle pressure well. Yeah, he caved quite quickly. Michael Benz joined the force at the same time as his best friend. He's the clean-shaven one. Wait, so this is his best friend, maybe? He's been on the force for 6 years. Okay, maybe not. Sean. This is his first day back from a nice vacation. You ruined it. I'm liking the commitment to like dumb names here. Or there's the non-clean shaven. Matthew Flexer. He joined the force at the same time as his best friend. He has a goatee. So we have Michael Benz and Matthew Flexer. So we have Michael and Matthew, Benz and Flexer. They're both vaguely, roughly similar names. They both could be, he could be Mike, he could be Matt, Benz, Flexer, both bent things. But I think it's really funny that all of that is probably just to acknowledge the fact that he kind of cheaped out a little bit and reused a specific asset and just added a goatee to one of them. That sort of self-awareness is very funny. I'm all for it. Well, now look at all the options we've suddenly branched out into here. The lobby turns. This time I gotta include or take the left one here. Quick little wipeout, LOL, Brawl reference, LMAO. This one I totally was uncertain about, and I had to kind of look into, like, I don't get that. Super Smash Bros. Brawl, I understood that, but it has to do with the fact that Smash Bros. Game has randomly programmed in slips that now and again, when you just turn direction very suddenly, it's programmed in that sometimes you slip. That's all that is. I had overthought it for years. It's as simple as that. Running through the halls. Oh, over here, the first part, the back of the lobby. First thing I just have to do none of the quick times and just kind of let myself, well, I thought I was going to wipe out. Getting shot is worse. Try dodging the bullets, noob. Well, I had already tried once before. It has like a 50-50 odds of paying out. I figured that time, you know what? It's a lot of effort to zig and zag. Ask that Rickon Stark. It's too much sometimes. Don't worry, I hear prison dentists are great. Yeah, maybe if you're at one of those fancy 5-star prisons. We've already established this isn't the nicest joint around. I'm pretty sure this map system is something that was introduced in later installments of the game, and I really like the dedication to going back and properly putting it in here. But now I'm also realizing the amazing commitment to, like, blueprints and detail. Here you are in your prison cell. You escape from that into the closet. You, like, climb up into the pipes, end up on the roof. There's its own ending. You can dig down into the bathroom. You go down further to the lobby. Like, it's not just a map to help you keep track of things. It's literally actually showing you a map of the prison. And that's so cool. I really, really love that, actually. I'm taking a screenshot. I'm going looking here. Okay. This one with the little curve, it just says but, or butts. This one for a good time, call, and then a random phone number. And that one's very squiggly. I'm not sure if you can actually read that one at all. Very slimy. I mean, I've drawn bathrooms too, and I've done the same thing. Why is it so common to make moldy, slimy bathrooms? It's gross. Guys, set yourself some slightly higher standards. They don't have to be so bad. Oh, I missed a donut there. I have to remember to go back for that. The opacitator. Game approved? Gabe approved? You'll walk through walls, because it's Gadget Gabe. All the way back to 2009. Just move the blue slider to the right. Oh, well, that was a very... Okay, bagel. It wasn't a donut, it's a bagel. I was completely tricked. Oh, he's got a box of donuts. Click the whole thing. A dagger. Oh, I forgot to do any of their bios. You'd think something like that would come up in beta testing. What? We threw away the instructional manual, or we're just totally missing it. Move the blue slider to the right and you'll become as opaque, that means see-through, for all you uneducated folks as you want. Not only that, but the more opaque you get, the easier it will be for you to pass through solid objects. Right. So it's the opacitator, which that's another thing I need to check up on. But I know people had called out Puffballs before, being like, hey, opaque doesn't mean that. Oh, that's the bones. The guy made out of bones is also a bio. That was kind of a harder one to snag. And people were like, you don't know what opaque means. And so there's something really funny about squeezing in an achievement. It's not dumb. That's what it's. I'm messing with you guys. All the fails, all the bios. I still need some donuts, and I'm still missing a secret one. These other ones I'll just incidentally get for the most part. But I gotta try and play around for the secrets. Ah, crap. I don't know who bothered labeling the Earth's core for us, but very thankful. Maybe that's just a part of it, you know? I feel like I've seen the joke before that, like, someone got in a plane one time and they're like, wow, I had no idea that someone took the time to actually carve out the letters into each country. It's so convenient to see which is which from above. So maybe somewhere deep down, I'm not a geologist, maybe it says those words down there and they named themselves. It's not something we came up with. Opacitator. This is what I'm specifically was looking for here. An opacitator. That's totally fine. Okay, I feel like either I'm crazy or between different versions, like the mobile and the Flash version, they say two different, like there's opacinator and opacitator. Here it was the same in both. So that's resolved. It's not a thing the way that I thought that it was or might have been. I got that box of donuts already once. And that's it. Anything else there is fun secrets I can dig through in my detailed video down the line. The bios we got along the way there. Sally Q. She often gets confused for someone else, which is strange because she doesn't even have red hair. Some people think that her and... there must be another character in another game then that has red hair. She used to have red hair, I think, so maybe that was like a quick distinctive change up. Unknown Hendrix. Always sleeping on his job. Nobody knows his first name. If my last name is Hendrix, I might kind of get people to commit to calling me Hendrix. That is quite cool. Pete Sound. Notorious for taking food that isn't his from the employee fridge. He does seem like he's being quite sneaky about it. You can tell. You can tell that doesn't belong. Gary Gray. Evidence. He's just carrying around a bag full of evidence. Oh, and the knife fell out of the evidence bag. Now the knife makes sense. Constantly put on evidence duty, his least favorite job. It was kind of hard to read his name there. Ungus Bungus. So is he an old caveman then? Met a harsh fate many years ago. Ungus Bungus. Out of all the funny names in here, he has the best one. He wins. He wins that non-contest. Ooh. We're going to the last stretch here. Oh, no, there might still be two. I can't remember if energy drink is a successful ending. Which actually there's like in like Africa or something. Australia. It starts with an A. Where is it? There's somewhere that has an energy drink called NRG drink. And I like looked up and found, wow, that guy's just constantly threatening. No one's gonna bother trying to take his... it's because it's in slow motion. No one's gonna take his knife away. The mission statement, I'll do a thorough investigation of all that in the secrets video. Our employee of the month, it's different. I totally thought it was the same character as the goatee guy we encounter downstairs. And as the heartbeat starts to slowly increase... Tumbleweed. I thought maybe that'd be a secret achievement for no real reason. Oh, it just stays in place there. In the original Flash version, it stays spinning. I spent a lot of time looking very closely at this game, so I have weird specific things I'm keeping an eye out for that I don't think other people would. Not important or like special things, mind you, just random dumb garbage like that. NRG. Side effects include nausea, headaches, rapid heart rate, and possibilities of stroke and or heart attack. Well, that's good to know. Maybe that information's coming to us a wee bit late, but it's good to know. Blade Knife Man McGee. Blade McGee's already a pretty cool name. He didn't just want to be called Blade. He decided to be Knife Man. Serving multiple life sentences for multiple counts of murder, he gave himself the nickname Knife Man. It makes sense that he picked it himself. When he first came up, I thought it was weird the way he was holding his threatening pose. That was just the slow motion taking effect. Kev Portley, our very own Paul Blart of sorts, and I got distracted because I'm realizing he has the last donut. He only became a cop because he knows cops eat donuts and he loves donuts. You won't catch him doing much police work. He might be the only overweight stick figure we've ever encountered, at least up until this point. The Stump Blump. His name is so not a name that I threw the in front of it. He was beat up a lot as a child because of his name for obvious reasons. That truly is a shame. You can see right there, wanted for $100,000, Dad from Dad and Me, the Newgrounds game. That reference has maintained. We can look more closely later. Ryan Goldman, Employee of the Month. Red Mesa Penitentiary's Employee of the Month for the month of June. Why is it red sometimes and West other times? It's totally throwing me off, and I feel like there's a joke there that I'm missing or something. But I remember seeing him and assuming that he was either this guy or... Well, now I can't find the other guy with the goatee, but there's another guy at this police station who's also running around with a goatee. That's Ryan again. This one. No. This one. The Burt Slim. The one with the big rifle there. Police mustaches are really a thing, but apparently at West Red, whichever it is, penitentiary, they really like to commit to police goatees as well. This is a funny graphical glitch that I'm suddenly realizing, is the fact that all these characters are probably sharing the same head, because why would you draw it over and over again, and then getting extra details like hats and thing added? So as soon as this guy, God, I'm losing my pictures so quickly here. He does not have a hat, but he still has the shadow, the shading on his head as if he did. I'm catching typos. Graphical errors. Review bomb it. No, please don't do that. That doesn't help anybody. Please give it a positive review on Steam. This is amazing and it deserves all the love. I'm immediately clawing back that joke because I don't want anyone to take that seriously. All of that in order to get to this final part here, the cell phone, through which we can call morticians, babysitters, J. Kelly, F. White. There's a bunch of random... what do you call them? Lawyer references there. And that is Puffballs United's birthday.
I was riding alongside my partner in the armored van, but suddenly spotted a bag on the side of the road. We got out and eventually decided to throw the bag
Phoenix Wright. I just know that that's what this is.
Hiding in there.
Objection! So,
And
the
quite
defendant
literally.
crawled into that bag in order to break into the bank. Is that correct? Is it not obvious? Is
We
it
could
really
finally
not
learn
obvious?
something about that guy. I don't
Proof
understand
that
if
the
he's a
defendant didn't hide
reference.
himself in that bag.
Well then.
Like, maybe
what are
we
you
can
waiting
learn
for?
something about him.
Present this evidence already.
Evidence! What do we have queued up here? The attorney's badge. Which, is that new? Disguising bag. Floor plans of bank. The mysterious device, who knows? Security footage and doctor's analysis. That one I'm not certain if that might be a different piece of evidence from the original game. Most of these are the same. All of the incorrect ones have the same ending. I'm going to test 2 or 3 just to kind of confirm that. It's my all-important badge. It shows that I am a defense attorney. So you're just like, look how official I am. That's all it is that you're doing there. The bag the defendant used to sneak into the bank, the knot is tied on the outside of the bag, which much contention in the Henry Stickmin fandom world, which is kind of funny that wasn't really resolved in the remake or remaster. You still clearly can't see him tie the knot himself. Floor plans, a diagram of the bank and its surroundings. Oh, I should see. Received from the detective, found near the southern wall. A device whose use is unknown, and how to use it also unknown. Received from security guard. Footage of the night of the intrusion shows the defendant leaving his disguise and setting off the alarm. The doctor's analysis. Doctor's examination of the defendant done after arrest. Defendant suffered many bruises and cuts. And now we're back.
Take that!
Present. Aha!
What is this?
It's evidence.
Exactly. What do you
How
mean,
exactly
what is
does
it?
this prove anything?
Proves
Well,
everything.
I was just kidding. Let me try.
This is no time for jokes. I see no reason to further prolong this trial.
What have you
I
done to
find
me,
the defendant,
Phoenix?
Henry Stickmin.
Oh, I'm also just realizing that I'm pretty sure his name came up in the cell phone as Phoenix, like F White. So it's Phoenix White, presumably, but spelled with an F and white instead of right. I guess you're removing that layer from being a potential copyright, like, hazard, risk. What kind of third-rate lawyer did you hire? Have I achieved all... Ooh, I can't access the bios right now, unfortunately. It doesn't fall within the map. It's its own separate thing. But we'll do this once more. I'll do the doctor's analysis.
Take that!
The doctor claims that I'm
What is this?
insane.
It's evidence.
Yeah, all of the incorrect ones
how
are still
exactly does this
incorrect
prove
in
anything?
the same way. So I won't bother showing all of them.
Well,
They're going to
I
be
was
the
just
same.
kidding. Let me try.
Yeah, you just can't access the bios or achievements from this screen, but the map and menu work fine. The security footage one is confusing, because presumably you could actually show that.
Well,
We're just gonna, like, shrug it off,
was
pretend
kidding.
it's not a
This
thing.
is no time for jokes.
Oh wait, I tested the incorrect ones. None of them work. The disguising bag is still the only...
Is that the bag the
Unique
defendant
one.
hid in?
Yes, but there's one thing that's been bothering me. If the defendant really was hiding in this
Bothering
bag, then
everyone.
how did he tie the knot from the outside of the bag? What?
Big
He
question.
was inside the bag. It'd be impossible for him to tie that knot on the outside.
But then, how did he do it?
He's really banging
It's
the hell out
simple.
of the table. I love how the
didn't.
judge does it. He's like, gets all wrapped up in
What are
it.
you saying? I'm saying my client wasn't hiding in that bag at all. He was stuffed in there. By this very witness! As you can see by this doctor's analysis, the defendant had taken quite the beating. While he was in the bag, he was unconscious.
Tying in the analysis.
This is absurd. The witness was attempting to dispose of the body. He left the defendant in the bag, knowing he'd drive by it on the way back to the bank. When the witness and his partner passed the bag, he convinced his partner to throw the bag in with the others.
But why would he do that?
Flawless.
Why? To dispose of the body, of course. There were millions of bags of money in that bank, and the witness knew it would take a long time before the victim was found. But unfortunately for the witness,
Why does he need to dispose
the
of the
victim
body?
woke up and tried to escape from his tomb. He was arrested on the spot, and the witness thought
Hey,
everything
the
was
security
over.
footage also
Come
comes
back
back
to
up
haunt him now.
then.
You guys this can't be happening to me.
I love his little, like, mental breakdown there of, like, no!
Well, that certainly was an interesting trial. However, I am now ready to deliver my verdict.
The judge is
I
thoroughly
find the defendant,
entertained.
Henry Stickmin.
Innocent, not guilty, whichever one. I'll take either. Oh. Oh, damn it. No, please tell me I'll have another chance to click those other people. There's totally other people lawyered up, but there was more people in the background there that I want to try and get their bios. Just immediately going back to steal from the same truck. The absurdity of it. Considering this game that at one point took like 20 minutes is suddenly taking 40, I don't know if I should go fully achievement hunting and bio hunting, and that's what I had to come back here for. Do not want, or do you? Yes, I did. I did want that. Oh, that's funny. It adds a little extra animation. I forgot that adds something, that you don't just kind of like steal it and put it in your invisible inventory somewhere. He actually eats it. But like, man, it's gonna take me like 6 hours to play completing the mission. I'm not recording that tonight. If people are into it, let me know. If you want it to be like rigorously thorough, I could do that. It's just going to be very long. And I hope I'm up to it, because I'm still missing a secret achievement here. Oh, can I just skip to the cutscene? Oh, you can't even. Okay, I gotta be fast here. I don't want to miss this opportunity. Is that it? Oh, no. Oh, I thought I saw one other guy. I'm so glad I didn't miss that. It's like a long cutscene to sit through to click those like 4 people. It's tough. Why would they bother making bios for them? The dedication to making bios to every incidental little background character is very funny. All of the bios, full thoroughness. Felix, he's not Phoenix at all, he's Felix, the city's most prominent defense attorney. He works hard to ensure innocent people are not Put away. Good. Yes, that's how you should. Innocent people go free. Good. Hubert Brown. Although, now and again, you help criminals, apparently. One of the city judges. It's very difficult to tell him apart from the other judges in the city. Does that ever come up again in the game? Other judges. Vladimir von Braun. You're the one I'm most curious about, because I want to see if you technically come up in, like, fleeing the complex or completing the mission or something, because he's, like, vaguely Russian. Or nemesis to Mr. White, so is he another Phoenix Wright reference? I don't know, I've never understood. He's pretty cocky in his ability to put criminals away. This often becomes his downfall. Winston Davis, coming back from the first game here, which I'm liking seeing that they took the time to, give a unique piece of information. He's been deposed due to his involvement in the bank's break-in. I guess it doesn't really have a title on the outside. It's just the bank. Either way, he won't be going back to his old job anytime soon. Chuck Samids. Because he's eating a sandwich? He's eating a sandwich? He works at Sandwich City and enjoys his free sandwich for lunch every day. Does this take... Wait, after you are let out of prison, you go move to Sandwich City? Sandwich. It's literally Sandwich. What is going on? I'm reeling from this information. Juno Grumpturt. He received jury duty 27 times this year. This can make even the most cheery man cynical. He's got a little bit of a grumpiness to him there. And we have Dane Slodge, hailing from a foreign country. This is his first time in a big city. What kind of fun adventures is this guy going on with his stylish green shoes? And Steve Stevens, with his cool hat, grinds away at his office job daily. He dreams of owning a pizza shop. I don't even know if these, like, 4 randos appear in the final cutscene of the original game. I don't think so. I don't think that's a thing. But I'm also suddenly remembering the final hidden achievement, at which point 100% full completion of everything. It's so ridiculous that it's so easy to overlook. I'm kind of like, of course I forgot that exists. You know what? I don't find Shoop to Whoop funny. But the fact that it's this weird, buried, secret achievement that took me like a full 50-minute playthrough to remember. I found it before and I couldn't even remember. Oh my god. It might be the only time I've ever found it funny. It's so stupid. You gotta love it. That has got to be the most thorough escaping the prison ever done. I did not I thought it would take me 25 minutes. These episodes are going to be long, and I hope you guys are as into it as I am and willing to put up with my slow, thorough version of doing things. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you again with more Henry Stickmin soon.